Welcome everyone, as we explore the classic novel Moby Dick by Herman Melville. We will take a look into the symbolism, characters, and themes of the novel and discuss its impact on literature and culture. Let us begin this journey together and uncover the timelessness of Moby Dick, a classic story without boundaries. We are delighted to present to you this classic masterpiece. Herman Melville's Moby Dick. This epic novel, written in 1851, continues to capture readers' imaginations with its captivating themes, characters, and symbolism. We will take a journey to explore why Moby Dick has endured for over a century and a half and the impact it has had on literature and culture. But before we dive into the depths of this novel, let us take a moment to appreciate the genius of its author. Herman Melville, born in 1819, was a sailor, adventurer, and writer. He drew from his personal experiences to create some of the most vivid and memorable characters and stories in literature. His writing is poetic and intellectual, uniting elements of philosophy, mythology, and adventure. Let us join Herman Melville on the high seas of the 19th century to explore the captivating world of Moby Dick. Moby Dick is a complex novel that tells the story of Captain Ahab's pursuit of revenge against the white sperm whale which had taken his leg on a previous voyage. The novel starts with Ishmael arriving in New Bedford, Massachusetts, and signing up for Ahab's whaling voyage on the Pequod. During the voyage, Ahab becomes increasingly driven by his mission to find and kill the whale, disregarding the warnings of his crew and risking their lives in the process. The crew encounters many obstacles and dangers, including storms, other ships, and the whale itself, before culminating in a final confrontation between Ahab and the whale, resulting in the ship's destruction and the death of most of its crew. Moby Dick isn't just an adventure story, but also raises philosophical questions about obsession, fate, free will, the limits of human knowledge, and the relationship between man and nature. It ultimately explores the psychological and moral implications of revenge, demonstrating how it can consume a person and lead to their downfall. The novel also has vivid descriptions of the physical and emotional journeys of the characters, providing a unique insight into the human experience. Herman Melville's novel, Moby Dick, presents a compelling range of characters, each with distinct motivations and personalities that bring the story to life. At the center of the narrative is Ishmael, the protagonist, whose sense of adventure provides a contrast to Captain Ahab's tyrannical and obsessed leadership of the Pequod. Additionally, other characters such as Queequeg, Starbuck, Stubb and Flask contribute to the story's complexity through their own motivations and interactions. In examining the dynamic between these characters, Melville creates a multifaceted exploration of human nature and themes such as obsession, revenge and good versus evil. As these characters' motivations drive the events of the story, tragedy emerges as an emotional climax that resonates with the audience. The story of Moby Dick centers around the titular character and the tragedy of his pursuit of revenge. Captain Ahab serves as the protagonist of the novel and is driven by an unquenchable desire for revenge against the white whale that took his leg. His character is complex and multifaceted, and his motivations are rooted in a combination of identity and purpose, as well as faith in fate and destiny. Ahab's presence in the novel serves as both a heroic and a tragic figure, and he has come to symbolize the dangers of being driven by intense ambition and obsession. Moby Dick is a renowned novel for its exploration of the power and mystery of nature. In the novel, the whale is a powerful symbol that not only shows the overwhelming power of nature, but also reflects its complexities and subtleties, serving as a reminder of our mortality. As a metaphor for the human condition and a depiction of the limitless desires of Captain Ahab, the whale illustrates the extent of our restrictions and our collective admiration for the might and obscurity of life. The sea is essential to the narrative of Moby Dick, embodying the fickleness and strength of the natural world and its sway over the life of the crew. Melville's use of vivid imagery reveals the fear and grandeur of the sea, and its storms and tranquil instances represent the fluctuations of the human experience. Beyond its symbolic power, the sea is also practically significant as the cradle of the crew's livelihood and the area of their hunt for Moby Dick, a journey that culminates in their downfall. This duality serves as a reminder of the intricate bond between mankind and the environment. Moby Dick is a classic novel that showcases how detrimental it can be to prioritize one's thirst for revenge over rationality. Captain Ahab's pursuit of vengeance results in tragedy for himself and his crew, a cautionary tale all should take note of. It is a compelling story that emphasizes the consequences of unchecked revenge and how it is, in the end, unfruitful. Herman Melville's Moby Dick seamlessly blends elements of both religion and mythology. Biblical references, such as the modern-day embodiment of King Ahab in the character of Captain Ahab, are intermingled with mythological allusions from global cultures. An example of this is Queequeg's character being taken from the Polynesian creation myth of Maui. These references throughout the novel provide it with a timeless universal appeal, as they connect to stories and themes that resonate even in the present day. Herman Melville's Moby Dick is renowned for its unique writing style, consisting of multiple literary allusions, lengthy and intricate sentences, and various narrators with distinct voices. This style may be challenging to read on occasion, yet its complexity adds to the novel's intriguing and profound quality. Through its diverse perspectives, Melville is able to examine the book's themes and subjects in an entirely novel fashion. This slide is about the reception and legacy of Herman Melville's Moby Dick. Despite its initial poor reception, Moby Dick has become an iconic work of American literature, celebrated for its unconventional structure, vivid imagery, and renowned themes. Throughout the years, it has inspired countless adaptations and works of art, and continues to capture the imaginations of readers everywhere. Even today, Herman Melville's Moby Dick endures as a timeless masterpiece. Moby Dick has been an inspiration for a variety of artists and creators throughout the years. John Barrymore, in 1926, was the first to adapt the classic novel into a silent film. Following this, the story has been adapted to both the big and small screen, such as the 1956 film featuring Gregory Peck and the 2011 miniseries adaptation on Starz starring William Hurt. It has also been adapted to the stage multiple times, including a 1998 musical, and a 2010 production at the Royal Exchange Theatre in Manchester, England. Moby Dick is widely regarded as one of the most significant and influential novels of all time. It offers insight into human nature and the human condition and has retained its relevance throughout the years. Themes of ambition, obsession, revenge and the battle between man and nature are still applicable today, and the novel's intricate plot, vivid characters and vivid descriptions have cut across generations of readers and writers. It continues to be one of the most beloved American classics of all time. Herman Melville's life and works were shaped by his early years of poverty as well as his time spent at sea. These formative experiences were instrumental in creating the thrilling narrative of Moby Dick, a novel widely acclaimed for its exceptional use of symbolism and other literary techniques. This great American novel is now considered a literary powerhouse and a cornerstone of the canon, influencing readers and writers all over the world. Herman Melville is remembered as a master storyteller whose works have become timeless classics. His masterpiece Moby Dick is still widely read and studied today, and there are many other works of Melville worth exploring. One of his most renowned short stories is Bartleby, the Scrivener, a cautionary tale of a copyist who refuses to do any work. This story is a powerful critique of the depersonalizing impacts of modern capitalism. Another notable work by Melville is Billy Budd, a novella about a young man who is wrongly charged with mutiny and sentenced to death. Like Moby Dick, it delves into themes of justice, morality, and the battle between good and evil. In contrast to Moby Dick, which is broad and sweeping in its scope, Billy Budd is more focused and personal. The American Renaissance was a pivotal period in American literature and culture with an unprecedented flourishing of art. Writers such as Ralph Waldo Emerson, Nathaniel Hawthorne, and Herman Melville produced works that explored deep into the nature and complexity of the human condition. Moby Dick, Melville's classic novel, is widely considered one of the most influential works of the period. With its intricate symbolism, vivid characters, and powerful themes, the novel stands as a timeless classic, and a testament to the power of American literature. Moby Dick is widely acknowledged as an essential part of American literature and culture, known for its powerful themes of obsession, revenge, and man versus nature. It has been acclaimed as one of the first truly great American novels, setting a new standard for the country's literary landscape. Its influence can be seen in the works of many iconic authors, such as William Faulkner, Ernest Hemingway, and Toni Morrison. Moby Dick is a timeless classic that has left an indelible mark on generations of readers. It is an outstanding work of literature, and contains themes that are relevant to modern environmental issues. The novel portrays the dangerous effects of human activity on the environment and the interconnectedness of all living beings, themes which still resonates widely now. Moby Dick can be seen as a precursor to contemporary environmentalism, emphasizing the importance of sustainability and responsible stewardship of the natural world. Elements of social justice are explored in Herman Melville's Moby Dick, from the representation of diversity to the exploitation of the working class. The character of Queequeg, a South Sea Islander and former cannibal, invites readers to confront their prejudices, while Bildad, a wealthy shipowner, serves as a critique of the capitalist system. Melville's focus on social justice is a pertinent reminder of the value of acceptance and compassion in our society. Moby Dick is a gripping tale of adventure and ambition which dives into the consequences of unchecked masculine power. Its complex and often contradictory depictions of masculinity provoke readers to think about cultural notions of strength, courage, and aggression and their effects on gender identity and expression. Its deep exploration of these themes gives readers a meaningful insight into the complexities of masculinity in the contemporary world. Herman Melville's Moby Dick makes a powerful statement about race and racism, exploring the human experience and its entanglement with racial inequality. Through the complex characterization of Queequeg, as well as the harsh realities of the whaling industry, the novel shows how ingrained and oppressive systems of racism are. Consequently, it highlights the importance of actively seeking to dismantle such oppressive structures and striving for a more equitable society. Moby Dick is an essential classic of American literature, with its complexities and timeless themes making it a popular topic for analysis and discussion. We have explored the novel's plot and characters, as well as the themes of revenge, religion, and masculinity. All of these themes are captured magnificently by Herman Melville in his writing. It is a testament to his brilliance as a writer and his gift for conveying the human experience. This concludes our presentation on Moby Dick.